Welcome back to the 2024 Big Sky Conference Kickoff Media Day.
Welcome back to the Big Sky Kickoff here on Script Sports, and we're excited to be joined by our first head coach of the day, Mr. Paul Wulff from Cal Poly. Paul, first of all, thank you so much for joining us. And the event's kind of underway now. Football season's right around the corner, so kind of give us your 10,000-foot view of getting things going here again.
Well, it's exciting. Every time you kick off the season, and we're really looking forward at Cal Poly. We feel like we've got a really good football team right now, and we've been growing this thing for a few years, but we feel like we're in a position now to really be competitive and surprise people.
Coach, you have plenty of time to talk football throughout this event today, but big news for you this summer. You recently became a grandpa. How has that experience been for you?
It's been awesome. And you always hear about the grandparents loving that role, and just the few weeks that we've had, it's we had an opportunity to spend time with our grandson and daughter and son-in-law, and it's really fun, and you don't realize it until you're actually in that position, and very fortunate to be there, and very excited about the future for that young man.
Congratulations to you and the family, Paul. That's excellent.
Yeah, thank you.
As we kind of transition here to this upcoming football season, so last year, first year as the head coach at Cal Poly, I believe it was your first time as a head coach since 2011. So kind of getting back into the head coaching role, what was it like, and kind of the transition of kind of assuming that role as you once had?
Yeah, I mean, I'm very excited to be back in this situation. I was never in a position where I felt like, I had to be a head coach again. I just loved the game of college football and mentoring and working with young men. But when the opportunity came up, I was very excited about it, especially what Cal Poly has to offer. It's an elite academic institution, and with the Madden family, John Madden being an alumni, and their family providing a huge donation to build a football facility that is going to be second to none. And we're in the midst of that project going on right now. And we feel like we have a university, a location that can do special things. And we've already come a long ways in a short time, but brighter days are ahead for sure.
Last season was your first season. What did you learn your first year at Cal Poly that you can improve upon entering year two?
Yeah, really just trying to set a culture of consistency and demand excellence, off the field and on the field, and we just have to do a better job of growing in that area and have an expectation of success all the time. That's not there yet for us. We're closing the gap, but we definitely have to take that step and expect to win and expect to have constant success, and I feel like we're close.
As you look at the schedule, Coach, we have it up here on the big screen, and some of the teams, really rugged schedule, right? You're going to get Stanford at to start the season with the non-conference or as part of the non-conference, and then really, a lot of these teams that were voted at the top of the league. So as you look at the schedule, what excites you about it, and the challenges that could be ahead of you in Big Sky play?
Well, really, the first game excites me, and then moving into the season, and I just feel like there's a lot for us to work off of, and some of our players already talked about learning from the successes and learn from the failures that we've had, and I think a lot of times that's what it takes to have a mature enough football team to have gone through some things, tough things, which they've done for sure, and build off of that. And I think as we head into the season, we have enough players now that have experience under their belt, and I think they're going to be ready to play, and I just. Knowing this conference and knowing this game, I have a lot of confidence in this football team.
Mm-hmm. Coach, you made a change to your coaching staff this offseason when you added former college quarterback Tim Rosenbach as your wide receivers and coach and co-offensive coordinator. You two had a special relationship, best men in each other's wedding. Yeah. What's it like having your best friend on your staff?
It's funny because, we've been doing this together, whether we were playing together or coaching together in previous years. Just the comfort level and the 100% trust and knowing that we have each other's back. And I just think that, Tim's a really good football coach and brings tremendous energy and competitiveness to, wherever he's at. And I think it's a great blend for our staff right now, and very excited to have him on board. And he has a lot to offer for a football team.
Final question from us, Coach, is just as you kind of look at these next few weeks leading into fall camp, what's the biggest thing for you guys as you kind of get the ball rolling here and get the season underway?
Yeah, we've got to establish, through fall camp, really what we're going to be, and who are we going to be, and we got work to do that, and obviously we've got some positions that we have to settle and find out what who's going to be the guys heading out in that first game, starting and playing and leading us, and so really it's just there's some battles along the way that we have to find out who's going to come out on top.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, good luck this season. Thank you so much for your time and for joining us here on the show.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. We're going to be joined by our third member of our broadcast team, Tom Wiley, who's out here on the floor behind us. Let's send it to Tom.